So I just signed up for this Highbrow memory course. I got the email, How to Improve Your Memory, episode number 1. Benefits by David Urbanski. Hello and welcome to this course on understanding and improving your memory. Over the next 10 episodes, I will teach you proven techniques that you can use in everyday life to remember names, numbers, faces, and anything else you care about. But why would anyone want a better memory anyway? What's the point in a time when we can outsource our memory to smartphones and computers? Here are just a few reasons why a good memory is actually essential, not just nice to have. Improved learning. Memorizing has gotten a bad reputation in Western culture. As roots learning has fallen out of favor, with educators instead preferring so-called meaningful learning. We are supposed to understand, not just recall. However, you can only really understand things you already know and remember. Understanding requires us to connect the dots between familiar concepts and make sense of them. If I tell you any fact, such as owls can fly, you can only understand the meaning of this statement if you know, that is, remember, what owls are and what flying is. Imagine if you needed your smartphone to look up these concepts just to make sense of this simple statement. Of course, this is an exaggerated example, but it illustrates the point. The more information stored in your memory, the more connections you can make and the more new things you can learn quickly. Social advantages. Let's say you're at a party and meet a new group of people. Everybody introduces themselves with their names and where they are from. Later in the evening, you run into an Australian woman you met earlier. If you can say, "Hi, Sally, what brings you here from down under?" she will likely be pleasantly surprised that you remembered her name, especially because she probably forgot yours. In fact, research has shown remembering someone's name is perceived as a compliment and can even make you a more effective salesperson. Science aside, listening to others and remembering personal details so you can bring them up in future conversations not only proves that you have a good memory, but also that you care. Plus, you'll give the best birthday presents if you can remember little remarks that your friends made and don't even recall themselves. Be knowledgeable. The more information you have in your memory, the more credible you will seem. Compare the following statements. Which person do you think actually knows more? Normal person. Rainbows are colorful. It has something to do with how the sun shines on the rain, I think. Highbrow user. Rainbows consist of a spectrum of colors created by reflection, refraction, and dispersion of sunlight in water droplets. If you have to pull out your smartphone for information, you destroy the flow of the conversation and you will never be the MVP at trivia night. With a good memory, you can even remember quotes and add, "The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain," as Dolly Parton said. Impressive. Be funny. Everyone wants to be funny, but it doesn't always come naturally. Even if you aren't a born comedian, remembering jokes is one way to make others laugh. Humor has also been shown to improve memory, so learning a few jokes could be a win-win. And there are so many advantages of a good memory, such as knowing recipes by heart so you can cook them on vacation, even if there is no Wi-Fi, giving speeches without notes to look much more confident and prepared, learning new languages to connect you to more people. Today, you have learned that a good memory is important and it can improve your life in many ways. You have made a great decision to subscribe to this course, as each lesson will teach you easy, practical techniques to improve your own memory. See you tomorrow. Don't forget. What I think is interesting is this, the impact of humor on memory. Is the humor effect about humor? That seems interesting. So if you want to read this full text, you must pay 42 US dollars or 30,000 that or 23 British pounds. That's pretty cheap. So if you want to know, degruiter.com is published in 2011. DOI.org, Keith A. Carlson. Humor, International Journal of Humor Research. So the abstract is about humorous materials tend to be recalled at higher rates than non-humorous material. However, it is not clear why this occurs. The present study evaluated semantic elaboration, incongruity resolution, and perceived humor explanations of this memory phenomenon. Participants rated either inspirational or humorous properties of stimuli and recalled photographs, keywords, and phrases. Results were most consistent with the perceived humor hypothesis. Participants' ratings of humor predicted recall performance even when semantic elaboration and incongruity resolution were controlled. So, there's no way you can read the whole thing. However, you can see the articles that they cite. The effect of humor and mood on memory recall. On this one here, and it's probably also costs $42. Actually, it doesn't. Presidia, the 9th International Conference on Cognitive Science. The effect of humor and mood on memory recall. Department of Psychology. International Islamic University, Malaysia, Jalan Gambek. Interesting stuff.